There are wounds no one can point to. No bruises. No scars. No stories dramatic enough to justify the ache. And yet, they shape your entire life. Some people grow up hungry for food. Others grow up hungry for safety. But some of us grew up hungry for something harder to explain. To be noticed. To be reflected. To feel like our presence made a difference in the room. This is not a story about abuse. Or cruelty. Or obvious neglect. This is the story of what happens when nothing bad enough happens, and something essential never arrives. This is the story of the day. I realized I wasn't broken. I was invisible. No one ever raised their voice at me. No one told me I was unwanted. No one pushed me away. That's what made it confusing. Because when nothing is wrong on the surface, you don't think to question what's missing. I was fed, clothed, educated, but emotionally, I learned very early that I existed on the edges. Adults love to describe me with the same words. Quiet, independent, mature for my age. They said it with pride. What they meant was, I didn't ask for much. I didn't interrupt. I didn't demand. I didn't need. What no one ever said out loud was this: I learned how to survive without being seen. When I cried, no one rushed toward me. So eventually I cried softer. Then less. Then not at all. When I spoke, my words floated into the room and disappeared. So I shortened my sentences, removed emotion, stopped finishing my thoughts. Not because I had nothing to say, but because nothing changed when I said it. Children are meaning-making machines. We don't ask what's wrong with the environment. We ask what's wrong with me. So I decided, if no one sees me, I must not be worth seeing. That belief didn't arrive loudly. It settled quietly. Like dust, I became very good at not taking up space. I learned how to be helpful without being visible, present without being noticed, useful without being known. I watched other children receive something I couldn't name. When they laughed, someone laughed with them. When they were sad, someone leaned in. When they spoke, the room responded. When I spoke, the room stayed the same. So I adapted. I learned that attention was not something you deserved. It was something you earned. I became low maintenance, reliable, easy. People liked me. Teachers praised me. Adults trusted me. But no one looked at me. And because I didn't know what reflection felt like, I told myself I didn't need it. That lie followed me everywhere. If any part of this feels familiar, if you recognize yourself in these quiet moments, stay with me. And if you want stories that name what was never named for you, this channel exists for that reason. Subscribe not for motivation, but for recognition. Now let's keep going. As I grew older, the invisibility didn't disappear. It evolved. I learned that if being me wasn't enough, being useful might be. So I overgave, over-listened, over-accommodated. I became the person others leaned on, without ever leaning back. I told myself I was strong, independent, self-sufficient. But strength was just the story I told. To make the loneliness survivable, I didn't know how to want, because wanting had never been safe. To want attention felt selfish. To want care felt embarrassing. To want more felt like asking for something I wasn't entitled to. So I stayed quiet, even when something hurt. Especially when something hurt. In adulthood, I was drawn to people who felt familiar. Emotionally distant. Preoccupied. Unavailable. Not because I liked it, but because it felt like home. I knew how to disappear there. I knew how to wait. I knew how to accept crumbs and call it enough. I gave more than I had. Stayed longer than I should have. Ignored the quiet ache that whispered, "You're doing it again." Because asking to be seen felt dangerous. Like I would become too much. Like I would finally be rejected out loud. The realization didn't come during a breakdown or a dramatic ending. It came during an ordinary conversation. I was sharing something important, something vulnerable, something real, and the person across from me was already looking past me. Not cruelly, not intentionally, just absent. And suddenly, everything made sense. It wasn't that I didn't know how to speak. It was that I had learned very early that speaking didn't change anything. I wasn't invisible because I was unworthy. I was invisible because no one taught me that I deserved to be reflected. That moment didn't break me. It freed me. There is a quiet grief that comes with realizing you weren't asking for too much. You were asking the wrong people. Wanting to be seen is not weakness. It is not neediness. It is human. And the part of you that still aches isn't broken. It's waiting. Waiting for attunement. Waiting for resonance. Waiting for someone to meet your eyes and stay there. If you grew up feeling invisible, there is nothing wrong with you. You adapted. You survived an environment that did not know how to look at you. And now, you get to choose differently. You get to take up space. You get to want more. You get to speak and expect response. You were never too much. You were unseen. And you always deserved more than that. If this story felt like it was written for you, you're not alone. Stay here. Subscribe to this channel. More stories are coming. For the parts of you that were never named, but always deserved to be seen.